I came home in the fall of '52, 7 years after my country thought I died. It was raining the morning the bus dropped me off outside our old town in Ohio. My legs still ached from the bullet I took in '45, and my hand shook every time a truck backfired. They called it shell shock back then. Now they call it something fancier, but it doesn't matter. The ghosts sound the same either way. I didn't have much. A rucksack, a dog tag, and a photo, worn and faded, of her, my Clara. I had written letters from the POW camp in Poland, but I guess most never made it. One or two might have slipped through the cracks of history, but nothing certain. I imagined her crying when she got the telegram. Missing in action. I used to whisper those words in the dark over and over. They sounded kinder than dead. The town hadn't changed much. The same diner, the same white church steeple cutting into the gray sky, the same general store with the faded Coca-Cola sign, but everything felt smaller, quieter. Her house, our house, was still there, white picket fence, yellow shutters, a tire swing still hanging in the front yard, swaying in the drizzle. That broke me a little. I knocked. A man opened the door, mid-30s, broad shoulders, warm eyes. He looked confused, then concerned. Then came Clara behind him. Her hair had more gray than I remembered, and she wore it up now. Her eyes met mine. She dropped the coffee mug she was holding. "Tom?" she said, like a breath she'd been holding for a decade. "I made it," I said. "Took me a while." She collapsed into a chair. The man helped her, glancing at me like I was a ghost. And maybe I was. She whispered my name again, quieter this time, as if saying it too loud would erase me. "Who is he?" the man asked her gently. "My husband," she said. "I mean, he was. He was declared dead in '45. The silence stretched between the three of us like a sheet of glass. I almost wished someone would shatter it. "I didn't know," she said, eyes full of water. "I waited for 2 years. I was drowning. I couldn't live in that grief anymore. So It's okay," I said. "You didn't do anything wrong." "I thought I was burying a ghost," she whispered. "I was in a Russian camp," I said. "No Red Cross, no Geneva, just silence." The man looked at me, then her. He didn't look angry, just lost. "I'll go," I said, turning toward the road. "Wait," she called out. "Please, don't go, not yet." We sat on the porch for hours. I told her about the camp, about the men who didn't make it, about how I carved her name into the wall just to remember I was real. She told me about the funeral, about the folded flag, about the years spent crying on the kitchen floor, about the man, Daniel, who taught her to smile again. "You saved my life," she said, "and then he did too." As the sun sank behind the trees, Daniel brought out 3 cups of coffee. We sat in silence. When I finally stood to leave, Clara reached into her pocket and pulled out something wrapped in cloth. "My wedding ring. I never could throw it away," she said. "I'm glad you didn't," I replied, then put it back in her hand. "But it belongs to your past now." I walked away that night with tears in my eyes and a strange peace in my chest. I had come looking for a home. Instead, I found closure. Clara wrote to me for a few years, simple letters, updates, photos of her boys, 2 sons she had with Daniel. They looked nothing like me, and that was okay. She passed in '89. Her last letter arrived just weeks before, with a photo of the old house in the spring. On the back, she had written, "Some ghosts come back to haunt. Others come to say goodbye.